This whole world is magic. Biomes and caves are magic. There are magic using enemies. Even some of the sheep are magical. I, however, am not. Not yet, at least. No magic of my own, but by exploring the world and finding magic tools and artifacts, I can still be on an even playing field with everything else. My goal is to survive 100 days. Using things like a magic deck of cards, relics that give me powerful abilities, and whatever other things I could find, I wanted to become a magician of sorts, capable of defeating dangerous dungeons and bosses. Will I actually be able to do that though? Guess we'll see. Day 1, I spawned into this beautiful magical world, and I already had a few things. The first was this Unreal Dagger, which is just a melee weapon, but it meant I wouldn't have to make one for now, which is nice. Then I had 2 magic artifacts. One of them did a lot of stuff, but basically it was a challenge mode that would make the game super difficult, but this is hardcore, so I'll pass. The other was an amulet that's main effect would put my items in a chest when I die, but once again, hardcore mode. It still gave me 25% mining speed though, so I put it on. Okay, first things first, the usual. I gathered some of this magical blue wood and crafted a wooden pickaxe. Then I mined stone from a nearby wall and I made my stone tools. With the basics done, I finally looked around my spawn and I noticed a lot. There was a tower deep in the woods, a floating island above me, and some weird beast across the river. I decided to climb the mountain to get a better view of my surroundings. I grabbed some more wood just in case and I made my way up. After I reached the top, I saw some buildings and then I noticed these sheep. They came in like every color imaginable. It was really cool, but I needed a bed, so I took 3 of them out and then using some flowers I found, I dyed the wool purple and I made my bed. I was able to get a better view now, and this world was genuinely gorgeous. No time to waste looking at scenery though, I headed over to check out those nearby buildings. I approached and instantly spotted pillagers. I thought this might have been a pillager town or something, but no, it turns out they just set up camp right next to a village. While carefully avoiding those, I checked this place out, and the first chest that I opened, I already found an artifact.
Perhaps you will be the one to uncover the long-forgotten history of this land. If so, I must bear witness to your accomplishments.
Yeah, okay. That was scary. I'm not really sure about the whole thing talking to me thing, but I promise you that was not edited, that was entirely in-game. Hopefully I wouldn't regret activating that thing later, but 3 reach distance was pretty worth it for now. That was not the only thing that I found on day 1 either. Ooh, whoa, this thing's crazy. I'm immune to fall damage and collision damage. I can fly in the direction that I want to, and my projectiles are stronger. Oh, a tarot card. Yo, I'm finding everything right now. This is awesome. Also some scrolls of regeneration. I guess I'll take, I don't know how that works. I'll take it though. Okay, it's nighttime. I gotta sleep before I die. Day 2, I had to try out my new stuff. The tarot card gave me permanent night vision while I was in my inventory. The downside is that it was really bright during the day, so hopefully I can get a backpack to put it in soon. Then the Angel's Blessing was, yeah, basically a double jump. A double jump, fall damage immunity, and night vision on basically day 1 is insane. I kept looting around and I was getting tons of food. I got this horse flute relic and I got some more of those regeneration scrolls. After seeing the village guards fighting against the pillager tower, I went the opposite direction and decided to test my stuff. The regen scroll does exactly what you would expect. It gives me regen. However, the text on it says most of the time, which makes me think that maybe there's a small chance it gives me wither instead, and with the angel artifact, I'm weak to wither, so hopefully it doesn't do that. The horse flutes didn't seem to do anything right now. It said I could learn about it using a researching table, but that table takes a gold block and glowstone block, which I do not have right now, so I would have to wait. I looked around a bit more after that, and I figured that this place was entirely looted. I was deciding where to go next when I spotted a few little friends. My friends, why do you look so angry? Yo, I need some mobs. Brother, you're gonna push me off. Stop. Dude, are you stupid or something? You wanna go fight him yourself? What was that noise? Dude! Nah, I don't know what that, I'm out. Never mind. One stupid villager later, I decided to go check out that tower that I saw on the way up here. Turns out it's an enchanter's tower, and this place was awesome. I got a sharpness 2 enchanted book, a bucket, another bucket with a slime in it, Also nether wart in a brewing stand in case I want to make potions later. He also had this sack, which kinda works like a shulker box. I stored some items in there and I slept to day 3. On day 3, I put my tarot card in the sack to avoid the day being even brighter. After leaving the tower, I just got scared by everything. There was this little creature running right at me, so I turned and run the other way, and then I see this beast dog. I nearly got blown up by a creeper, and then I almost run right into a pillager. Not a good start to the day. I did grab a waystone though, which I could teleport around with later. I also found these weird chickens. They were like skeletons, and I guess instead of eggs, they lay white dye. Regardless, I can't really do much with them right now. I was going to find a place to set up my starter base when I found a few spirits. Wow, that's a circle in Minecraft. You gotta go. Ow, I don't know what I expected. Ooh. Oh, I need. Yeah, what the? No. Oh, there's so many. I don't trust this. I'm gonna die. Ow. Okay, you only do half a heart. You're fine. Oh, that was more than half a heart. Guards? Hey, get him. Yes. But I want the drops, okay? All right, one just died. Give me that. Another one died. Okay. Good work, officer. Thank you. I'm not sure if the evil ghosts were related to that ball that I killed, but either way, the guards saved my life. From all of that, I got some spirit items and some essence that can both be used to make artifacts and weapons later. Also, 3 glowstone from the ball of light, which gets me a lot closer to that research table. While looking for a place to set up my base, I remembered that floating island that I spawned near. I was figuring out the best way to get up there when I spotted a woodland mansion. This is the second video in recent history where I found one of these really early on, and it's probably starting to look fake, but I promise you, I had no idea it was here. I then started to hear gashed crying noises, so I ran away. I found another one of those light orbs, and I killed it for glowstone, and now whenever I got a gold block, I can make that research table. Then I just got back to looking for a starter base location. The flying island was cool, but I didn't really want to build a giant ugly tower or bridge to it and then have to break it after, so I would just come back later. That's what I wrote down in the script anyways, but as the person right now that is done with the 100 days, I do not go back there. I forgot it existed entirely. Right as I found an area that wasn't all forested or mountainous, I got jump scared. Whatever you say, bro. Don't know? Don't want to know. I'm gonna sleep in a tree. Despite the beastly roar, I figured this was still a nice area to live for now. It had magical vibes, it was decently flat and open, and it had a nice view of a magical tower in the distance, which I would be going to very soon. First, I wanted to get my starter shack built, so I grabbed some red magnolia wood and started clearing an area. When I saw this little creature. Where'd you go? Hello. Are you a Pikmin? Why are you here? Do you want some flesh? Oh, not bad. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Where'd you go? Sorry, little buddy. Yeah, you dropped something cool. What is that? Suspicious leaf. You were actually the imposter. Nice. Okay, weird encounter out of the way. I threw a quick shack together. And it was done. And ugly. I thought the red and blue would look really nice together, but instead it kind of just reminds me of like a Spider-Man reject. Yeah, I don't know. Day 5, I made some chests and stored my items, then started baking my potatoes. I made a new axe and shovel, then I went to check out a nearby cave to find some ore. I saw that copper could be used to make some starting armor, and I needed that. Deeper into that cave, it looked like a spider's nest, which was a little bit scary, but I got some string, so it's chill. I took out the 2 creepers that were there, and I got some more copper for a full armor set. And I managed to get 8 iron, which I can use to make a pickaxe. After hearing some scary noises, I went back home to smelt my stuff. While waiting for it, I placed my waystone outside so I could teleport back here if I ever travel far away. I was looking at the uses for iron when I heard footsteps. Oh my god, what is that? Okay. That's so not cool. I was just chilling. Magical, invisible assassin dudes during the day. That's gonna be fun to deal with. After looking through all the uses for iron, I found one of them that was kinda useful. First, I made my iron pickaxe, then I made an iron ring. Wearing it would give me +1 armor, which wasn't really much, but it was better than nothing. Then I made full copper armor, which looks terrible on my skin, but it would keep me alive for now, so whatever. Day 6, I made a copper axe because it has more durability than a stone one, and now I wanted to check out that nearby tower. I dove into the river, swam across, and made my way up the hill towards it. I approached and opened the door, and immediately there was a spawner. I broke it, and then I heard witches above me. By breaking the floor below them, I was able to find the spawner and destroy it. I also learned the copper axe that I made doesn't work as an axe for some reason, so that was sad. Since the witches would stop spawning and the ladder was blocked off, I decided to loot the first room. I got some emeralds, enchanted books, cobwebs, mob drops, nether wart, and then this unattuned core thing, which I would check out later. In the final chest on that floor, I got another unattuned core and an amulet of luck. Luck makes all the chests that I opened for the rest of the 100 days have better loot, and getting it this early is overpowered. I put it on, sorted my things, and made my way up to the next floors. I used some slabs to make a little mob grinder spot, and I lured the witches into it, and I was able to safely take them out. I then ran up the rest of the tower and broke all the spawners before they could spawn anything, and now the tower was cleared. And all the loot was mine to take. First chest, a diamond and an Emperor's Crown artifact that gives me +5 armor. The next floor, I got another diamond and a Protection 3 book from an item frame. Then on the very top floor, I got a third unattuned core and a third diamond. And finally, the enchantment table that was sitting up here waiting for me. I used some of the iron that I got here to make an iron axe, and then I grabbed as many books as I could. This dungeon was conquered, and it was very worth the time. I started heading back home, and on the way back, I had to fight this crazy-looking exploding skeleton, a ghost, a spider that could web me, and then multiple creepers. After all that, I slept. Day 7, I stored and sorted through all the insane items I got. From the witches that I killed, I had these 2 bags. I opened them and each gave me a new artifact, this Chime of Bewail. It would let me slow nearby enemies and remove their potion effects if they have any, which doesn't actually sound that useful, but I'm sure it's cooler than I think. It's not. It was cool, but most mobs don't really use potion effects, so. Because I had enough gold now, I decided to make that researching table so I could learn what some of the relics do. First off, the relics from this mod could apparently be upgraded, and by default, the horse flute can just be used to store a horse and move it around with me. Leveling it up would let it heal the horse as well, but I don't really need a horse, so it would just stay in the chest. I didn't actually have any more relics to research, but now whenever I find more from exploring the world, I can know what they do. Now, those unattuned cores can, believe it or not, be turned into attuned cores for different elements. After attuning it, the core can be used to make very powerful magic weapons, but they require tons of resources that I was nowhere near able to get yet. Finally, as the sun was going down, I made a diamond pickaxe. You gotta do that with your first 3 diamonds, right? I was trying to make a bag of holding the next day as an upgrade to the sack I've been using, but apparently magnolia wood cannot be used to make a chest. So I was gonna go get some other wood when... Oh my god, that's not a bee! Bruh. That's so not cool. Whatever. Okay, I just got some birch, made a chest, and made my bag of holding. It only had 1 row of storage though, so it was actually the exact same as the sack. But whatever, I would just use both. I was pretty well geared for day 8, but in a world with so many magical bosses and beasts, it was not even close to enough. I just got my diamond pickaxe and an enchantment table, so I decided to go mining for lapis. I could also use iron for better armor, and there might be magic ores or something, so I went to a cave and I headed down. And I didn't even get far before I saw something crazy. Please don't, please. No way. Is that real? Is this real? No way! That's so much gold! Needless to say, I mined all the gold. I ended up with a casual 11 blocks and 43 raw. Imagine if I could find a diamond version of those creepers. That'd be insane. The cave that I chose to go down in ended up being this bizarre, spiky redstone cave. And upon dropping down, I lost a bunch of health, got slowness and mining fatigue, then got jumped by an armored skeleton, creeper, giant ogre, and I was terrified for my life. I managed to build up on a little block and take out the skeleton, and then I was able to explore the cave a bit safer. The part of the cave that I was in was pretty small, actually. I took out all the weird mobs in it, and I got a bit of iron and some of the silver, but that was all that was here. But I found a path that led deeper, and I followed it. In a fancy lush cave, I finally found lapis. It was one lapis ore. Then I walked into a flower that was apparently a death trap, did way more damage than a cactus ever could. After mining a bit of redstone, I also learned that ores can be infested with bugs, which is fun. The cave ended here, so I just started digging down. I got more lapis on the way down, so I could just leave now, but I kinda wanted to see what caves had to offer deeper underground. Once I found a cave, I immediately got jumped by this weird crystal zombie thing. It dropped an item that sounded like it was like a magic bomb, but I doubt I would get a lot of those, so it probably wouldn't be that useful. Despite so many ores down here being blue, they were mostly not diamonds. In fact, a lot of them were just silver from different mods. I was mining basically every ore that I found because I didn't know what a lot of them did, and I figured it's better safe than sorry. Speaking of safe, things got very unsafe when I got attacked by a zombie wizard. It was a half skeleton, half zombie that could just shoot fireballs. I managed to wall it off and take it out by hitting its feet, and it was apparently called a flesh lich. Then I was attacked by one of those tanky skeleton knights from before while being flanked by more crystallized zombies. They apparently have a crystal spell that lets them pull me towards them too, which is just great. The crystal zombies apparently dropped some weird items, but I would look at those later. Right now, I just wanted to finish mining so I could leave. A bunch of mining and some annoying mob fights later, I fought this book. Yeah, it's a book, super tanky, and it just summons a bunch of vanilla mobs. It was a hassle to take out, and all it really got me was some paper. Then, just like 5 blocks away, things got really confusing. Why? What is this? Do I kill? What is that? It sounded like a villager, and act like one. What is this? What? Huh? Rare? You came out of the iron ore. Oh, he's chill with it. I'm really stressed out, because this guy does exactly what I thought that guy was gonna do. Minor chaos out of the way, I doubled most of my iron and a lot of my gold. I was exploring further when a tiny crying Enderman thing attacked me. Every few times I hit this thing, it would just clone, and it kept doing it over and over and over. I managed to kill some of the clones, but no matter what, they just kept spawning. I saw this sword on the ground though from one that I killed, and I was not gonna let that thing despawn. I dug a hole, and then I very desperately struggled to get them all in there. It took a bit of finesse, but I managed to trap them all. I picked up the sword, the Ender Pearl sword. It immediately replaced my dagger that was about to break, and if this sword had any abilities, I was gonna wait until I left to test them. The last thing I want is to randomly teleport into a dangerous spot or something. Speaking of Ender and teleporting, a bit later I found Ender Pearl ore. I got 4 Ender Pearls, no danger or mob fighting involved. Ender Pearls of all items definitely have a ton of magic things they can make, so that was massive. I mined a bit more, but I decided to give up on finding diamonds. I wanted one just to upgrade my bag of holding, but I figured that I could find one in a structure or something soon, so it's fine. I made my way back to the surface, and for the first time in my life, I actually went back up the cave the way that I came in. Usually I just dig straight up or something, but this was revolutionary. I got back home and spent the rest of that day sorting through all my stuff. I saw that this epitaph thing that I got could be used to make a bunch of Bucus-themed magic items, which is gross, but maybe useful one day? No, it's not. That loot token that I got gave me some unreal gold, which is used for some unreal items like my dagger from before and some magic armor. I would just need a lot more to make use of it. It also gave me magic paper that I can use to make spells with certain materials from dungeons, but I didn't really know how all that worked and I couldn't do it. On the morning of day 11, I tested that Ender Pearl sword. As you could probably expect, whenever I right click, it throws an Ender Pearl for free. Without my spellstone, this would deal like a quarter of my health every time I use it, but because I have both the items combined, I can now teleport all over the place with 0 risk. And the sword was as strong as a diamond one, an incredible item to get, even if I had to fight those weird, annoying cloning guys for it. Now that I had lapis and tons of levels, I set up my enchantment table. I enchanted the Ender Pearl sword immediately, which got looting 3, unbreaking 3, and an enchantment called Slayer. Slayer would do more damage to monsters. I'm not really sure what counts as a monster, but I'm assuming it meant like any hostile mob, which is incredible. I also enchanted the Diamond Pickaxe with Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3. With the rest of my levels, I just made some iron armor and I enchanted it with whatever it randomly got, and now my offensive and defensive abilities were way better. However, in that cave, I realized that I was in desperate need of ranged damage. I had the exact item in mind, I just needed paper for it. That night I used the sword to teleport around, and this mobility was crazy. It saved me from having to fight all these mobs that spawned at night too. And if you notice that my sword is full durability like all the time, for some reason whenever I use an ender pearl from the sword, it would repair 1 durability. Could be a bug, probably is a bug, but either way, it works for me. What does not work for me was how hard it was to find sugarcane in the area I was in. I got like 4 during the night, and the next morning I got some paper from a village, but that was it. On the bright side, I found 2 waystones that I could use to get back home, which gave me a chance to explore a bit further out without getting lost. I spent all of day 12 gathering what sugarcane I could find, and by that night I had exactly a stack. I used a waystone to go home and slept. Before doing anything else on day 13, I made a mini sugarcane farm so I don't run out. Then, after converting all the sugarcane into paper, I crafted blank cards. These cards could be thrown as a ranged weapon on their own, but by combining them with certain items, they gain effects like poison, knockback, even some special cards that can be used to create AoE effects like preventing spawning. I crafted 1 set of 8 cards using an ender pearl, and these cards, whenever I hit an enemy with them, it would teleport it into the sky and, in theory, kill it with fall damage. These were mostly just for an emergency in case there's something super dangerous that I have to get rid of. The only material I had easy access to for the rest would be vines, which create a card that can trap and poison mobs. After looking around though, I actually realized there are not any biomes with vines, so I'd have to just find them as I traveled. Because yeah, after sorting through my things and preparing, I now wanted to go on an adventure. This world is full of structures with magic artifacts, and like I said, I also wanted to find diamonds, and mining clearly did not work out for that. So the next morning, I set off to find stuff, literally anything. I teleported back to the waystone that I placed in the forest, and I got to it. And immediately I found a shipwreck with 2 diamonds. It also had some weird scrolls and of course a buried treasure map. The blank scrolls could be used to make some items that for the most part seemed kinda useless to me. One required me to die, one required a beacon, and the other one would store experience, which that one could be good, but I couldn't make it yet anyways. The other item I got could just be used to add lore to an item, which I didn't care about. I followed the buried treasure map, which was super close, and I dug it up. From it, I got a bunch of iron, a diamond, gold, some potions, the heart of the sea, and a rune fragment. The rune fragment can be combined with another one to make tablets, which I don't know what they do, but they sounded kinda cool. My inventory was already filling up, so I really wanted to upgrade my bag of holding. I just needed some string and wool, but first I did find vines, so I grabbed some and I combined them with my cards to create those bramble ones. I stayed up a bit that night to get some string, and before I even found that, I found some sheep. And one was a Jeb rainbow sheep, just kinda in the wild. Pretty cool. Right after getting wool, I found spiders, which dropped nothing. Then, nearby, I saw some crazy looking animals. What are you? Are you friendly? You don't sound friendly. Oh, you chillin'. Tribal. You're a tribal. That's a lot of food. Oh, but it makes you sick. I like you, but I'm gonna leave you here for now. Cool animals, but I don't really have a use for poisonous meat. Down the hill, I managed to find this really weird and very annoying skeleton spider, which gave me my string, so I slept. Day 15, I finally upgraded my bag of holding to iron. Much needed upgrade to my inventory space. To get a gold one, I would need amethyst, so I would keep an eye out for that. I wandered into this forest that just had a lot going on. Flying village in the sky, huge mansion below it, and then this weird villager. He was a gatekeeper and he had 2 trades, a book and a lighter. I bought both the items and then I looted some weird ingots from his house. Whatever mod this was seemed kinda interesting to me, so I placed my waystone down and I was gonna come back later. And trust me, it is quite the adventure. Then this Halloween house. This place was fairly abandoned, honestly. There were sounds of witches and spiders outside, but inside, a complete ghost town. The loot was pretty much worthless too, outside of the very top, which had a god tier enchanted books. I'm talking power 4, sharpness, unbreaking, just really good stuff that I could use later. But there was also a secret chest on the railing above that room with 2 axolotls. Yeah, this place came with free friends that you can just take. I slept in the master bedroom that night too. Day 16, I decided to just ignore the flying village. I figured that I would visit one later if I could fly or something. I just didn't really want to deal with getting all the way up there. The only thing of note that really happened on day 16 was this secret structure that I found. Oh! Ah! Well, bruh. There was even you could have made that so much worse. This place isn't even that cool. That's a bomb. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I want that. Secret, but not very useful. The bomb sounded fun, at least. Day 17 was big. At least it was for the whole magician thing. I came across a structure that was home to a magical boss known as the Conjurer. I'd been itching to try these cards out too, and this would be perfect. I feel like I've seen this before. Oh, I reflect projectiles because of my spell stone that I got on day 1. Okay, that rabbit is deadly. That's definitely a killer rabbit. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bunny. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ow. Eat this? I don't know how good these cards are, but I imagine they're decent. The bunny is actually terrifying. Go bramble. You're getting brambled. Stop summoning the rabbit out of your hat, bud. I'm gonna start throwing hands. Ooh, he teleported me? I saw my card floating in the air for a second. I don't know what that was. All right, where's the guy at? I love that I can reflect projectiles. There he is. Spam him. Okay, I had to hit them to get them back, but I can get my cards back. All right, you're locked in place. Die. Oh, I got him. And you're toast. Isn't that what the bunny's called? I don't know. Nice. Yo, I'll get y'all out of here in a second. I gotta look through my loot. Bouncy ball. Yo, we got a magician hat. And what is this, a throwing card? Oh, no, trust me, I already got that covered. Maybe I'll keep these for the fun of it. They're like trophies. Literally could not have been more perfect. A magician boss that got me a magician hat and more throwing cards, which I wouldn't really be using because mine were better, but still. Speaking of mine, they kind of put in the work there. Poisoning and trapping the boss while I dealt with the rabbits and stuff, they were kind of nice, and this was only one of the many types I can make. I looted a chest in the back room for more cards and a bouncy ball, and then I freed the villager that was trapped there. I tested the bouncy ball, and it seemed like it would be really fun to fight with if I was able to actually make them, but I couldn't, so it was kind of just more of a trophy. There wasn't really anything else in the structure besides clothes. I took it upon myself to pick out a nice outfit, and then I learned that I could dye the band on the hat. Using some flowers outside, I dyed the band on the hat red, and I changed up my leather armor to create a magician-y kind of outfit. It was kind of more ugly than magician-y, but don't worry, I do replace it later. Now that I looked the part of magician, I felt like I was kinda done with this little adventure. Day 18, I wanted to find a waystone and go home. And I did find one at this little desert outpost thing, but I wanted to explore the area a little more, and I saw something crazy. My God, that is huge. Look at the size of that structure. I gotta know. Oh no. Oh, jeez. Well, while my game has crashed, did you know that only 7% of people are subscribed? Yeah, maybe you're one of the people that isn't, so maybe you could help me out with that? Maybe? Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways. Okay, my game crashed. It's been like 3 real-life days, and I don't really remember what I was doing. But I see this thing, and I don't know what it is. That's a dragon. Oh, I actually don't think it's hostile. I think it's I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna mess with it, though. So you stay there, and I'll go up here. I want to know what mod that's from. Oh, yeah. If you don't know what the Cataclysm mod is, just know it's terrifying. Yeah, what is that? Okay, I can kill them. Oh, there's so many. No, there's too many. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. Okay, nope. I can't kill them enough. Okay, we are coming back to this later. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back. After that, I wanted to look at this other structure that I saw nearby, but when I approached it, I nearly died to these poisonous scorpions that were digging around in the sand. Genuinely, I thought it could have been over here, but the bramble cards were able to let me get some space and heal, which saved my life. Then, after the poison rudely interrupting my sleep a few times, I slept to day 19. That structure that I was at ended up being nothing more than some gunpowder, so I turned back and headed to the Waystone. I looted the structure that it was in, and I teleported home. I used that book that I got from that weird house because it said it only had to be used once and it unlocked a new book tab in my inventory. I didn't really want to do any research right now, so I would just look into that later. For now, I stored everything that I got on that trip, made some more cards, and planted vines to grow so I can get some more. Day 20. I now looked like a magician, but my house didn't really fit the vibe. It was about time to work on a new base, but I had to find a location first. My ideal spot is usually an open clearing in a forest or taiga, but I definitely wanted to pick a magic biome for this, so I went to look around. It took all day and night, but on the morning of day 21, I found the perfect spot. A beautiful location where a cherry blossom grove, maple woods, and magic forest biome all connected. It would take a bit of terraforming, but this was definitely where I wanted to live. I just had to find a waystone to make moving my stuff easier, so I went to find one. While searching, I came across this ominous woods biome, which had purple wood. I wrote down the coordinates because that could be a great material for a magic-themed base, but I don't think I ended up really using much of it, but it's still really cool. It took until that night, but I found a village. It was like perfectly overlapped with a pillager camp, which was kind of awkward, but I was only here for the waystone, which I got. I was unfortunately 2,000 blocks from where I wanted to live, so I had to turn around and spam ender pearls all the way back. And right when I was almost back on day 22, I found a sign that told me there was actually a village just 400 blocks away that I could have gone to instead. Glad I chose to travel 2,000 blocks instead of just finding the village that was 400 away. I cleared some trees in a flat area right in the middle of all three biomes. I set up some chests and started moving my stuff. It unfortunately cost 2 levels every time I teleported, which used most of my experience, but it'd be worth it. Probably. Then I finally said goodbye to the ugly red and blue house and I slept to day 23. I made 2 iron axes and 2 stone hammers, which would let me mine in a 3x3. Now that the location was picked out, I just needed materials. And the hammers would help a lot with gathering one block that I really wanted, calcite. I just had to find some. I explored sketchy caves to look for it, but the closest that I found was a bunch of diorite. In a little mining camp that I found, I did get a spare diamond pickaxe, but I didn't really need that right now, but maybe it saves diamonds later, I guess. I spent the rest of the day in that cave and found literally 0 calcite. I know that it can generate on mountains, so I went to find some of those on day 24. There was a little bit of calcite in a surface cave that I found, but it was not going to be enough. Then something unexpected but very convenient happened. I found a witch stump, a little house that 2 witches lived in. I took them out, even avoiding poison because my angel stone would reflect projectiles. From this place, I was able to get soul lanterns and a bunch of other decoration blocks that would work great in my new house. After going outside, I realized that I got a new witch bag and it gave me a new artifact, the Flask of Adaptation. It said that it was a potion that would change effects based on my environment. I tried drinking it here, but nothing. After testing it in both the water and on a magma block, I figured that maybe it would just give me like fire res in the nether or something. Either way, back to looking for calcite. Luckily, I found a few waystones that I could grab because I was traveling very far to find a good source of this block. It took until day 25, but I found a perfect biome called a jeweled forest. This place had spires made of calcite and amethyst, these little jewels that gave me opal, which could be used to make a really pretty crystal block. It was also home to magic turtles with rocks on their back. There was way too much to grab here and my inventory was full. I placed a waystone, went home, cleared my inventory, and slept. Day 26, I started getting as many of these blocks as I could, until I mined a bit of basalt and a bug spawned and did over half my health in one hit. After the poison wore off, I went back and I killed the bug safely. It dropped some legs that can be used for armor and tools, but with how dangerous that bug was, I would just avoid breaking basalt for now. I grabbed a lot of calcite and now I had tons of magical stuff to build my base with. Then, finally, starting on day 27, I built my new home. And the base is done. It did in fact take until day 40. You can see it says 39, which means 40 because it starts at 0. Anyways, this might be my favorite base I've ever built in my life. It's so cool, dude. Look at this. Just look at the blue and the white, and it's so pretty. And then come up here and look at this decorations, bro. We got this potion set that you can make with like 6 water bottles or 7 water bottles. This thing is just a cauldron plus a water bottle. This is a bookshelf. It's books and wood. I stole these from that one house, that witch house that I found, and it looks nice on the windowsill. Got these little sacks of, that's gunpowder, nether wart, cocoa beans. They just look nice. And it's nice, right? It's nice interior design. I've never really done that before. But you may be asking, where's all your stuff? Like your chests and your stuff. Well, that's the fun part. I have this magic doorknob. I made it out of wood. This in an ender pearl. These are weird ender pearls. And you just go over to the bookshelf, and it opens up. You can open any wall with that doorknob. And this is the hall. My hallway of everything I need. We have my farm right here. We can grow some crops. I'm gonna expand this soon. Some sugarcane too. This is a fancy torch. It's called a small torch, and it blocks spawning of hostile mobs. It's pretty nice. Then this room over here down the hall is a enchantment room. I store all my enchantment stuff in here. It looks real nice. I can expand this later whenever I want to and add more rooms if I need them. This room is incomplete because I already took like a million days to do this. But this room is gonna be a trophy hall. I'm gonna have like pedestals with the items that I've gotten from bosses and dungeons here, and I'm gonna expand it like as far down as it needs to go to show everything, and it's gonna be really cool at the end of the video. I think I don't know. It also has a medium torch because I don't like mobs spawning in my base. And then this is my main room. This is my storage room, my crafting room. I found this crate near that desert waystone that I found, and it can store like 640 items. So I'm using it to store all my magic items, like my artifacts and everything. Is it like, oh, it's like 640 total, not stacks. That's still fine. And then I have everything sorted. I have all my blocks and bob drops and everything. It's nice. It's nice. This is a really cool base, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I like the secret hallway thing. It's pretty cool. While I was building, I learned that whenever I break my sugarcane, it has a chance to spawn one of those little Pikmin guys. Meaning, once I got diamond armor, I could upgrade it into that armor set if I wanted to. I don't, but the option was there. Speaking of armor, mine was kind of really low durability. I made a new helmet, but I used most of my XP teleporting around while building, so I had to go find a dungeon or something to take on for materials and levels. I kind of wanted to make a new type of card before I fought anything though, and there was one that I could make with nether bricks. The nether was scary right now, given that I only had iron armor, so I wanted to get some netherrack from a ruined portal if I could find one. After sorting my inventory, I headed out to find dungeons, ruined portals, and whatever else is out there. And it turns out I found the whatever else option with this very weird bell. Oh my god. What are you? Are you my friend? Or are you a boss? You're not. There's no boss bar. If I punched this pillager. Ow! Defend me! I don't know what that. I thought it was like an iron golem. Oh. 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 Oh, an axe. I got a rare drop. Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a second. That guy is awesome. Yeah, so I guess that's a golem that can spawn in villages and sends out a bell sound that can stun enemies. Seems insane for raids. If I ever had to do one of those, I was gonna come here for sure. Also, the Vindicator axe that I got was just an axe. A really strong axe, but I preferred my Ender Pearl sword, so I would just use the axe as, well, an axe. Just outside the village that night, I found something crazy. Golden cows. There were 3 of them, so I killed one, and they dropped a ton of leather and a golden apple. I wanted to leave the other 2 alive, just in case I wanted to farm them or something one day. I found other magic cows later too. Cake cows. I could milk them for cake milkshakes. I could seemingly get an infinite amount of them, but they were kind of bad food, so I didn't bother. All these cool magic mobs I was finding made me really want to start capturing some to have in my base. I looked into it, and I could make a mob catcher with 4 diamonds, but diamonds were already so valuable and hard to come by that it might have to wait a bit. The house next to those cows did have a diamond though, and a fire aspect book, which is incredible because with a fire and looting 3 sword, I would never need food again. Definitely putting that on my sword whenever I get back to an anvil. The final thing on night 41 was another magic-y mob, a rainbow sheep. I had to try shearing it, and it gave me rainbow wool. After all those mobs that I found, I decided that I had to get some kind of item to capture and move them around as soon as possible. Day 42, I was focused back on the main goal though, armor and XP. My dream zoo of magical wildlife didn't matter if I died, right? Though, despite saying that, I immediately walked into a boss fight. Oh, die! Oh no. I'm sorry. Oh, you have like no health, but you have so many summons. Oh, you're such a cringe loser. Oh my god. What is its effect? Fear? I'm literally not afraid. Oh! You know what? Maybe you're onto something. All right, where's the guy? You? You're not getting away from me. Oh, you're so cooked. Oh, you're so dead. Oh, that was awesome. What did I just get? Did he not drop anything? Oh, that's his drops. That was a loot box. He dropped spells that I can't use. Can I use this? No, you needed an advancement to use it. I don't have that advancement. But I did get this bone, which can be used to make a staff. I can actually make that. It wasn't actually that hard. I don't think I mentioned it, but this Ender Sword seems to give slowness whenever I hit mobs, which has been a lifesaver many times over. There was another loot box where the statue was standing, and after breaking it, I got even more spells that I can't use. I did open these 2 loot tokens though that got me some unreal gold. I was gonna make the staff, but after looking into it, I could actually easily make this unreal armor with all the essence the loot box gave me. I used this village's waystone to go home and got the crafting what I could. I was able to get really close to the full set, but ended up only being able to afford the chestplate and pants. While home, I added fire aspect to my ender pearl sword and enchanted the 2 pieces of armor with unbreaking and protection. Then I headed back to that village to find more cool stuff. I could mine gold right now to get the rest of that armor, but to be honest, I just didn't really want to. That village though, 2 new artifacts out of the first chest. A tarot card, which gives me Hero of the Village 3, and an antidote vessel, which made negative potion effects wear off faster. With the amount of annoying mobs that blind me and poison me in this mod pack, the antidote vessel was a blessing. And I don't even need to explain how overpowered Hero of the Village is. I would definitely have to do some trading later to take advantage of it for sure. There wasn't anything else in the village that caught my eye, so on day 43 I set sail for new lands. I explored a few places before finally finding a staircase that led down into a dungeon. I broke a spawner before it could spawn anything, and I looted a chest. It looked a lot better than it actually was, but it did have a book that gave me 8 levels when I read it. Pretty hype. After clearing some skeletons and breaking their spawner, my next chest had a diamond chest plate. Entire chest plate just there. Diamond armor had a few different upgrades in this mod pack, so I was gonna save that for later for sure. I dealt with a zombie room next, and then down a staircase I got diamond boots as well. That was actually it for this dungeon. It was pretty easy and the rewards were incredible. The diamond boots were definitely also going to be saved. I don't want to risk breaking them too soon. The next morning, I dug into this weird ritual circle thing. In a chest, I got an ender pearl, which is cool and all, but more importantly for me, amethyst. I know there were a few of those growing amethyst blocks from that forest before, but they weren't fully grown and I didn't really want to sit around in the area and wait. Finding this structure meant that I could finally upgrade my bag of holding into a golden one and get more inventory space. Then, that night, I was in this cool forest biome and it had these mushroom blocks that could be crafted into glowing versions. I had been looking for a more magic appropriate way to light up my base, and these were perfect, so I grabbed some. Now, here is where I have to explain a massive threat in this world: dragons. After I got far enough away from the world's spawn point, dragon roosts would start to generate. And I was about to encounter my first one. That's a dragon. Okay, it's sleeping? but I think it's a lightning dragon, which are supposed to be awake at night. So it could wake up at any moment. Yeah, that's a dragon. I am lucky that it's asleep. I don't think it's supposed to be. Like I said, lightning dragons are supposed to be awake at night. I'm just gonna go over there. You do you, buddy. Goodbye. Luckily, that one was asleep, but if it was awake, that could easily have been my death. Dragons are incredibly deadly, and if they get the jump on you, you are done for. Also, normally with this dragon mod, each dragon type is bound to certain biomes, but not in this world. Any dragon element can spawn in any biome, meaning I could never truly be prepared. Now that I was in the territory of this new threat, I decided to keep exploring anyways. Maybe not my best choice ever, but I wanted to find dungeons and stuff, and higher risk means higher reward, right? There were even cool new mobs out here, like this wind pillager wizard guy. Never seen one of those before, yeah? The next morning, as the sun rose, I was killing mobs for food when I got a rare item from a chicken. They were boots that gave me permanent slow falling, which I really didn't like. I would keep them as like a little trophy or something, but it was definitely too annoying to use. Then I had a much more terrifying dragon encounter. Is that a dragon? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just looking at these blocks. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, I need to leave. It's breaking everything. It's breaking everything. It's like digging down to me. Go. Leave. Teleport. Pearl. Suck ya, ice dragon. Woohoo! Okay, surely that is the last scary dragon encounter for a while. In fact, I was starting to think that I should just avoid being in the dragon territory entirely. Dying doesn't really sound fun. Nearby, I spotted this castle, so I headed over to it. It was, fortunately, a castle of villagers, so it was safe. They even had a really cool door with a lever. I ended up spending way more time than I wanted to looking around this place. It was awesome, just not really useful in terms of loot for me. And since loot is all that really matters, I left. The next morning, I found a smaller castle, but the loot was much better. Lots of emeralds, a diamond, a Protection 4 book, a Fortune 2 book. The entire place was just way more worth my time. Traveling a bit further, I came across a structure. A temple of sorts. I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I don't know what this is. I've played RLCraft, okay? But either way, I wanted to take it on because I'd never actually done it before. To fight the boss of this temple, you had to have a blindfold to not die instantly. I made one, put it on, and I went in. I'll be real, blindness is way worse than I thought it was. I'm terrified. I don't know how I found those. I can't see it all. Where's the boss? There's a boss, right? Right there. Boss. I'm blindfolded, idiot. You can't get me. Oh my god. Got it. Oh, wow, that was easy. Oh, you got cooked. Yo, I'm insane. Why is your body still there? She's dead, right? Am I safe? I won! And I got a legendary weapon from it. This is what I wanted. I knew you could get. I've never used this before. I defeated a Gorgon. It was actually pretty easy, but if any other mobs happened to spawn down there, it could have been so much worse. I grabbed the netherrack from this room and I started to smelt it. And while I do, I'll explain the Gorgon head. It's a one-time use legendary weapon, and with it, I can turn any mob into stone. So if for some reason a dragon attacks my base or something, I can turn it into a rock and eliminate it instantly. I would, of course, save it for an emergency, like some kind of mob that I just can't kill, but it was a great thing to have on hand. Once the nether bricks were done, I made 32 earth cards and I went to test them. Whenever I hit a mob, rocks would fall from the sky to hit it. If the mob was moving around too much, it kinda just missed, but when combined with the bramble card that roots them in place, deadly combo. Right after testing it, I actually found a ruined portal and I got all the netherrack I would ever need to make more cards. Then I found a little farm thing similar to the tribal one that I found before, but this time it had these cool dinosaur chicken things. I placed down a waystone. My dream of a magical animal zoo was going to happen. Day 47, I decided to take on this tower. In a previous video, I turned one of these into a skeleton grinder because, yeah, there are a lot of skeleton spawners. I broke them all, made sure the coast was clear, and I started looting. And in a barrel, I got Protection 3 diamond boots and a Sharpness 4 diamond sword. The sword was kinda useless. There are way better weapons in this mod pack and I wouldn't really need it. But a second pair of diamond boots that are already enchanted, I put those on immediately. I really just needed a helmet now and my armor set was good to go. The only other item that I got there that was really worth anything was a wool mitten relic, which I have no idea what it does. But at that point, I was pretty much ready to return home. I got some new stuff, my armor was way better, and I had a plan for what to do next. I only had one waystone though, and I didn't want to waste it, so I started to look for a village. On the search for one, I found this dungeon house which had a spawner for these ghosts. When I killed them, they gave me these soul beads, which can apparently be used like an Eye of Ender to find nether fortresses. I got a bunch just in case, and then I got back to looking for a waystone. Before finding one, I ended up wandering into this sandstone mansion with a pillager billionaire. He was super tanky and had butlers to defend him, but he didn't really do much damage in return. He didn't really drop anything either, just a rock that can be turned into a wither skull if I get 4 of them. It took until that night, but I found an extra waystone and a village at the same time, so I even got a spare. I quickly looted the village and I got some new artifacts. A necklace that would increase invincibility frames, which is actually worse than the luck one in my opinion, and a tarot card that gave me more movement speed. That was all that I could find there. And then there was this whole battle going on, so I just teleported home and slept. I went down to my secret hallway and I immediately researched the wool mitten. It basically let me turn snow on the ground into a ranged weapon that can freeze and stuff. Not the most useful, especially when I already have bramble cards, but I didn't have anything else on my hands right now, so I put it on. I stored my entirely full inventory, and then I made this item called a tarot deck. It let me store all my tarot cards in a curio slot, so I wouldn't have to fill my entire inventory with them, which is very nice. Finally, because I got some raw gold out there, I was able to craft the Unreal Mask and get decent armor in every slot. Okay, I was about to set out on a new adventure, but first I wanted to prepare a bit. Using those insect legs that I got from that weird thing in the Amethyst Forest, I was able to turn a diamond sword into a magic staff. It was also a melee weapon, so after enchanting my helmet with protection 3, I enchanted the staff and got sharpness 4. For my next adventure, I was planning on going to a new magical dimension, and because my current sword had the Slayer enchantment and I wasn't really sure if it would work on the mobs there, I figured that sharpness would be best for the staff. Finally, I added protection 4 to my chestplate because it didn't have it yet. After stocking up on earth and bramble cards and making a new iron bag of holding, I was ready. Day 51, I quickly tested the new Maggart staff. With right click, I could create an AoE of poison 3, hunger, and weakness. Really nice debuffs, and combined with the bramble card, I'd be able to keep up the poison for a very long time. Enough stalling though, I warped back to this weird house that I found. Turns out, using the lighter that I got from here, I could open a portal to a dimension full of magic. I prepared myself and entered the new dimension. And it was definitely magic. I immediately noticed a tower, but when I tried to break one of these rocks, it said that my tools wouldn't work here. I placed a waystone by my portal and I got to investigating the area. This dimension was apparently called the Everdawn, and yeah, it was always dawn here. My in-game day count does still change, so it's not gonna all be one day, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep or anything. I tried to gather some wood with my axe, and it was pretty clear that my overworld tools were not gonna work in this dimension. So I gathered some purple wood, then I used my diamond pickaxe to get 3 lunar stone, and then swapped over to lunar stone tools. Then I started looking for mobs. It didn't really matter if my tools worked here, but if my armor and weapons didn't, then we had a much larger problem. After mining some of these red gems I found in a cave, I did find a mob, a giant mutated ant thing. And yeah, my weapons do not really work here. So much for that new staff that I just made. My armor was also clearly nerfed based on the armor bar, but it would work for now. I used those gemstones that I got to make a new sword and pickaxe, and now I had to figure out how to gear up here so I could fight whatever it was in that tower that I saw. Now, this might seem random, like I could just go home and do stuff in the overworld, right? Well, this dimension is an entirely separate thing from the overworld, meaning there's unique weapons, armor, and of course, magic artifacts. I wanted to at least try to find some while I was here, and I figured the tower was probably my best bet. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I went through the dimensions progression order. I went from the red gems to this blue ore that I smelted, then this green ore, which for some reason is just insane in terms of armor. 4.5 armor toughness is higher than I've ever seen. If it worked in the overworld, it could very well be my best armor. Eventually, I got this orange Horizonite stuff and I gained access to an auto smelt pickaxe. And that made progressing way faster. Also, there were for some reason just no mobs here. I saw that one ant that I fought at the start, and that was literally it for like ever. I figured that would definitely change whenever I go to that tower though. The next ore that I found was a purple one that seemed to be the diamond equivalent. My goal was to now get a full set of gear with the green and purple ores before going to that tower, so I just mined a lot. The green stuff was way more common than the purple stuff, which was kind of weird because I felt like the armor was better, but I don't know. I got enough for a full set of the green armor, so I made it, and then I made a purple sword and pickaxe. This gear was surely enough to take on anything here, especially because my cards, ender sword, and artifacts all still had their abilities. Back on the surface, I grabbed some flowers as souvenirs because for all I know, this could be my only time here and I wanted to make sure I got some. These glassy looking rocks could be used to make a shield, and I normally avoid shields because they're kind of overpowered, but I had no idea what was in this dimension, so I made one. Then, while heading back to my portal for that tower, I discovered a village. I wouldn't have even assumed that there were villages here, so I'm glad that I came across it on accident. There wasn't any worthwhile loot, but there was a weird magical crystal lizard looking thing. Once I can transport mobs, definitely going in my magic zoo. A bit of being lost later, I found my portal and of course the tower, and it was time to take it on. Okay, tower. It may have just started glass storming. I don't really know. I'm here to take you on, buddy. The wizard's tower. Yep. There's a man here. A pillager? Is there nothing down here first? Okay, I'm gonna have golden apples ready. And here we go. Bramble. Oh, that's not diamond, never mind. It still hurts though. My cards still work here. Oh my god. Dude, yo, give me that for a souvenir. Give me that. No, give me my steak back. That's a souvenir armor piece right there. My steak. What up, villagers? You can't do that here right now. I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? Oh, I got the key. 1 down, 3 to go. Okay. Next wave of guys should be over here. The library. Maze? Nah, I'm good. Bro, I have double jump. They weren't ready for me. Blinding dungeon key number 2. And if I go up here, and now there's a kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. It's just in here. It was just in the bedroom. What is blinding stuff? I'm gonna take some. Hey, I have the keys now. What is this? Oh, fruit. I can't take them. Oh my god. Where did you come from? Got him. Witch bag. What are we getting from the witch bag? Blaze powder's actually sick. Oh, you put the keys right here and it summons the boss. You need 4 dungeon keys to enter. Oh, 1 down, 3 to go. I failed simple math. This is not good. Oh, dude, it's blinding dungeon because I'm blind, dude. It was right there. Okay, 4 keys, and I assume this is gonna summon a boss. I'm ready. Oh, alchemist. Okay, I can't hit him with that. Ow. Oh, you're tanky. Staff. I can do a little bit of that myself, buddy. He's immune to poison? Bro, that's like my whole build. Okay, I have earth as well. Dude, he has my build. He straight up has my build. He has poison clouds and rocks that fall from the sky. That's my 2 things. Got him. Dodge. Oh, okay. Arrows. Okay, the earth cards are like huge. They're my only way to get good damage from far away. Not bad. Ow, okay, the rocks are cringe, but I have rocks too, buddy. What is that? Phase 2? He makes funny sounds, and now there's a lava fountain. Oh, he turned the fountains to lava. I'm gonna die to rocks. I'm going to die. Oh my gosh. Oh, he has fire arrows now. Okay, phase 2 is freaking sick. Get reflected. Trash. Not today, thank you. Wait, I can see through the blindness with the shield. He's super low. Cards. Die. Woo! Woo-hoo! Oh, I got him. I got a trophy. That's cool. Okay, what is this? An uncommon loot bag. Holy item. Oh, there's more. Dusk Arc. This is an artifact. There we go. Okay, and then there's a spike shield. Ventium ingot. Toolbox. What is the toolbox? Don't care about the rest of the stuff, so I'm gonna make the toolbox. Cool boss, and I got a rare artifact from it. Probably not the best one that I could get, but it was something. The star flares that I got could also be used to make an item that I think was like a waystone, and they made cool light sources, which is what I would be using them for. Then, that toolbox. I had to look up what it actually did, but basically I could swap out the stick that my sword uses to get different stats, like higher durability for less attack speed and stuff like that. I would be fine with my current one for now, though. Oh, actually, just kidding. Now that I beat the boss, I can go back to that witch room and grab the tree, and the stick from this tree could give me more attack speed in exchange for less durability, which is a no-brainer for me. Now, I was basically done here. I jumped from the tower and instantly found a crystal camel. Another mob on the list of things that I had to come back for later. I could head home now, but I figured there were probably other bosses and artifacts in this dimension, and I wanted to try and find them. However, despite traveling for a while, the most that I found was another village and a maple forest. I did learn there are snakes though, and that the lizards come in multiple colors, which is pretty sweet. Regardless, I found no dungeons or other artifacts or even signs of there being those, so I didn't really want to waste any more time here. There was much better and cooler stuff in the overworld, so I just teleported back home. These tools and armor did seem to work here, but I liked the stuff that I already had, and I didn't really want to enchant another set of gear anyways. So I would just save them for if I ever go back to that world. Now that the cool magic dimension adventure was over, I had a lot of unique stuff. I figured it was time to finish my trophy room and put some stuff on display. However, it turns out that the display pedestals that I wanted needed quartz, which I had to go to the Nether for. So I had to go find lava, which I didn't even find. Instead, I spent like 15 minutes to get all my obsidian from 2 ruined portals instead of lava. I was now really far out, but through some insane luck, I managed to wander back into my amethyst forest biome. I got some amethyst to upgrade my second bag of holding, and then I waystoned home. I upgraded the bag, built my nether portal, and I headed in. This place was way prettier than I expected. Fancy pink crystals everywhere. I gathered a bunch of those so I could put them in the trophy room, but this place had a huge downside. There were very few mobs that were spawning, but the ones that were spawning were those incredibly annoying cloning guys that I got my sword from. I still did not know how to kill them, so I had to bury every single one that I saw. It got really hard when I had to kill this wither cow thing, and I accidentally hit the cloning guy and had to kite a swarm of them. I managed to bury them, and then I just mined quartz until I got way too annoyed and just left. And one of them followed me through my portal and got stuck on a ladder, so I had to lead it outside and bury it. Yeah, I was getting very tired of those guys. Before doing anything with the trophy room, I had to secure my nether portal. Using quartz, some soul sand, and some purple dye, I made these seal cores and I crafted some seal cars with it. These were supposed to prevent hostile mobs from spawning in its range, and I went to the nether and I placed them around the area. And turns out they do not work on the cloning guys. I managed to get out of the nether, but those things are the most annoying mob I've ever dealt with in Minecraft. They are actually the worst. Now that that whole fiasco was over, I had to get wool for my pedestals. So I went out and I stole wool from a bunch of structures for the rest of the day. And for some reason that night, one of the villagers that got me into that magic dimension just started attacking me with a bow. I have no idea what I did to him, but he wanted me dead, so I had to take him out. After getting the last of the wool that I needed from this weird shrine, I headed home. Now that I had all the materials, I went ahead and finished the trophy room. And the trophy room was complete. My armor and weapons from the magic dimension, the alchemist trophy, and some of the materials that I got there too. And then all the artifacts that I had gotten that I wasn't really using, including the rewards from the conjurer boss that got me my hat. After everything I had been through recently, my gear was kinda shredded. Pretty sure my armor was mostly broken because of those stupid things in the nether, but still. It would cost me diamonds, but I can make an item called the Ring of Repair, which would slowly repair all of my items, and that sounded way less annoying than mending, so I made it and I put it on. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to work while I was in my ring slot, so I would just keep it in my main inventory. Day 61, I wanted to prepare something I had been wanting to do forever. My magic zoo. The items that I would need to capture mobs and move them around required bamboo, so I wanted to get that before anything else, just in case I find a mob that I want to capture when fighting dungeons or something. I headed out into this very intense thunderstorm to find any structures or biomes that had bamboo. I checked out this fisherman's lodge, no luck, though in a tower nearby I found an entire diamond block. Most diamonds I've had at once in the entire 100 days so far, and I will take it. Just after the rain stopped, I found living buckets of axolotl. Like, they were just hopping around in a bucket and everything. This is the exact situation that I wanted to avoid, because now I had to just leave these here to despawn. I reluctantly left and continued my search. And of course, when I still cannot capture stuff, that night I found a ton of crazy mobs. Oh, what are those? I was distracted by the wolf person. What is that? Okay, y'all gotta go. I'm sorry, wolf woman or dog. I don't know what you are. I'm so sorry. What is this? You're cute. You just killed my target. I was gonna kill that. Wow. I've never seen any of those mobs until now. And what are you? Oh, there's a couple of you. That means I can safely kill one. Gongan. You're a Gongan. Gongan D's nuts. I'm so sorry. You want some sugar? Well, I'll leave you here on half a heart. Got him. Haha. Anyways, on the bright side, I finally got to use the poison staff on something that wasn't immune to it. Took me long enough. That sparse jungle that I was in led me to a real jungle, and even if it wasn't a bamboo one, it still managed to get over a stack, which would be more than enough. I started looking for a waystone, but before I found one, I got jumped by 2 orcs. They actually did decent damage, which allowed me to make use of my staff again to weaken them before taking them out. They dropped some satchels that gave me enchanted books, but neither were anything really crazy. Day 62, I traveled until I found a village, and then I started looting it. I got this hunter's belt, which I would have to research, and that was pretty much the only thing there. Not even a waystone to go home with. I was still searching for a waystone that night when I found this insane red beast. It was really tanky, and after I killed it, I learned that it was a chupacabra. The drops could be used to make a dagger, but it seemed really bad, so I wouldn't bother. Also, I did some testing that night, and I learned that my Slayer 4 Ender Pearl sword was still stronger than my Sharpness 4 staff against monsters. Of course, not everything that I kill will be considered a monster, but most of them will. I found a waystone as the sun rose on day 63, and I went home. I researched that hunter's belt, and it said that it would give me more slots for relics. However, it would replace the antidote vessel, which had proven to be way too valuable, so I passed. Now, with this bamboo, I crafted a blowgun and over a stack of darts. Then I made a bunch of crates, and now, as long as it worked how I thought it did, I could capture mobs. I immediately went to find some magical creature to test it on. Okay, a gravel chicken. Okay, so these chickens are they're like chickens, but they can lay flint instead of eggs. I've seen a couple of them around. All right, so if I hit you with this, then... Oh! There we go. This is a good day. Just like that, I can capture any mob that I want for my eventual magic zoo. I didn't really want to build the zoo right now, though. I had another goal, and I just wanted to get this so I can capture mobs along the way. And that other goal is the Wither. Using a Nether Star, I could craft an item called the Card Switcher, which would give me access to a whole new selection of colored cards to use in a fight. The cards that I had right now proved their worth in the fight against the Alchemist boss, and having access to a bunch of different kinds would help me fight anything I encounter. I sorted my inventory, grabbed the Flask of Adaptation just in case it gave me fire res in the nether. Then I went in. My portal was right next to a nether fortress. I had to get past all those annoying clone guys to get to it, but at least they spawn a lot less at the fortress. After taking out some blazes and wither skeletons, I opened a chest and got a new tarot card that gives a regen 3 to all nearby allies, which does in fact include myself. That honestly might have been the strongest magic item I had gotten so far. It definitely does not make me invincible, but it would keep me alive without having to rely on food like I did for the Alchemist fight. Against a blaze, I was able to test the Flask of Adaptation, which does give me fire res when on fire. Only for a few seconds, but it could save my life, who knows. It didn't take long to get my first Wither Skull, but right after it, I saw an awesome creature that I had to get. Look up there. Okay, also it's really pink. I don't know why it's so pink. I'm just gonna put that away. But look, there's fire horses. And then whatever that thing is. Oh, I need that. Okay. I'm going for it. Hit the roof. Okay. Yo! Oh! Whoa! 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 Oh my god! Holy! That was... They were fast. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you kill the skeletons. You're very aggressive. Trank him out. Wait, I can't. Trank. Oh god. Why? Trank out. What? Oh no, he was out. Okay, they have to be low HP. Oh, that one was blue. Was that rare? I only want one of them. Okay, you're still too high HP. What? Is it only a chance? I don't understand how this works. Oh no, I've killed 2 now. I'm a terrible zookeeper, dude. I gotta knock you out, buddy. You're asleep. Ooh! Crate of Nightmare. I got one. I want the blue one. I'm gonna get a blue one so I can have a squad. What is that? It's like a quartz crab. Okay, I need the Z's to be above its head. Never mind. Hey, 1 capture out of like 4 attempts. Ain't bad though. I also did notice this whole Soul Sand fortress nearby, which I was definitely gonna check out soon. Back in the Nether Fortress, I found a new kind of mob in a chest called a Moloch. I would look into that later because right now it was definitely not safe enough. I started to break chests that I had already looted, and then I broke one that I hadn't actually opened yet. From it, I got a tarot card that gave me 3 luck, incredible for getting rare chest loot, and then I got this Keystone of Oblivion. This item would basically delete any items that I wanted to as soon as I picked them up. As someone that had to mine netherite later, that would be amazing. It even helped right now with farming wither skulls because I did not want to pick up bones or coal at all. Then I tried to see what this giant center part of the fortress was all about. Oh, jeez. I don't have blocks. Okay. Oh! Okay. Big door? Robbery? No, big gate. I think the thing's broken. I think it's supposed to move this up. Button. Oh, sweet Jesus. I didn't expect that. I don't know why. It's literally... Okay. Where are these mobs coming from? This can't just be the natural spawns. Little man! My dude! I can't really work with you right now, man. I'm sorry. Wither skeleton sword! Withering attacks destroy enemies. What does that mean? Okay, it's unenchanted, so my current sword's better, but that's an amazing weapon. And I have a second skull. Ooh, I'm insane. Rage glove. I'm pretty sure this thing damages you, but I'm gonna take it anyways because it's, I don't have it yet. 2 diamonds. Ooh, 2 more diamonds. Ooh. Y'all got a dining hall with no food? No chests? Yeah, the barrels are useless, but I'm not complaining. We got good loot out of here anyways. Or maybe the bottom. The bottom was insane. Oh, I got another wither skeleton sword. My looting luck is crazy. Now I have 2. That fortress loot was definitely worth exploring for. I still had to farm my 3rd wither skull, and in doing so, I got Magma Walker shoes. They technically had to be researched, but I already know what they do, so I put them on. Now I could walk on lava in case that wasn't obvious. After taking out the 2 skeletons on top of this gate, I got my 3rd skull. Now I wanted to check out that Soul Sand Valley castle thing. But first, I had to reclaim what I lost. No, I need that one, for sure. What is that creature next to it? You're like a frog with a mohawk. I want you too. I can't get it. No, this guy has a right-click interaction, so I can't catch him. I'm sorry, I need to know what mod you're from. I'll never know. Okay, blue horse. It's time that I reclaimed my prize. Go to bed. Oh my god. You're actually terrifying. I got him. Oh, there we go. Blue nightmare. That is a 2nd nightmare for the zoo. With the rare horse secured, now it was time for the castle. Okay, castle. That is a giant ghast head. No, there's more. Oh, these guys still spawn here. I'm just gonna go up there. Oh my god, there's a conveyor belt that just knocked me off. What is that? Look at that. It's spinning. I'm just gonna go in the room then. Oh, there's so many ghast tears, I didn't even notice. But I remember these spawners in the corner. They spawned the 2-headed skeletons. Yeah, look at that. 2-headed Holy health. Okay, that hurt a lot. And then getting to that room kind of sucked. Oh, but I can teleport. Is that ore? Tungsten. I don't care. And that seems like it's the only point in this room. And whatever this... What was that noise? what does the block do? It's a ghast altar. How do I summon the ghast? Oh my god! Huh? That was the least chill thing ever. What if I go up? All right, the key has to be in one of these towers if there even is a key. Yeah, there's no key. I'm level 44 now. What happened? Okay, I don't know how to do the altar. I'm just gonna leave. I'm outie. I want to go find more stuff. Yeah, that place was both eventful and very uneventful. From there, I just really wanted to explore more of the Nether. I know I had my skulls, but I also had a ton of luck on my gear. My thought was that I might be able to find structures and get netherite ingots from the chests, or even some rare exclusive artifacts or something. So yeah, I explored. It was kind of infuriating with these cloning guys constantly spawning, but you kinda get used to it after a while. I ended up finding a bastion, and despite searching all around it, I couldn't find more than one chest. I got some gold blocks too, but other than that, the best thing that I got was a piglin bag, which is similar to those witch bags that I got before. I opened it and I got a chalice of swine. Basically, I could use this thing to remove fire or wither from myself while in the Nether. It's honestly pretty niche and not useful, but it looks cool. On the way out though, I actually did find one other chest with an ancient debris. So at least I got that out of it. The next structure I found though was a fusion of a bastion and nether fortress. It had way more piglin brutes than normal, but thankfully my ender pearl sword can slow enemies so I can fight them safely. It took a while, but eventually I found a treasure room with tons of gold blocks and a chest with a netherite ingot. Once I learned where all the loot rooms in the structure actually were, I got a ton of stuff. A ring of slowness resistance, another book that gives tons of XP, a ring of poison resistance, diamond armor. It was insane. I left that place, then found another bastion, a treasure room one, which got me 2 more ancient debris in the center chest, and another one in one of the outer chests. Those luck buffs were carrying me. And finally, in the last chest that I found in this bastion, I got an extremely rare artifact. Another, let's go. Oh, yo, this is another core. Immunity to fire, immunity to lava, burns those who attack you in melee, heavily improve invisibility or visibility in lava. That sounds really worse than the jumping one that I have. That's crazy though. It's been like 70 days and I've only found 2 cores? That's crazy. It was definitely not perfect, but the idea of improved visibility in lava was very interesting. As long as the lava doesn't kill you, being able to see through it means that you can get all the netherite on the bottom of the lava ocean, which I don't end up using this for, but it is a valid use of it. And honestly, it's probably way easier than strip mining. With this, I decided that my adventure here was done, so I placed down a waystone and I used 3 very expensive levels to warp home. Day 69, I opened the ton of piglin bags that I had. Outside of the random gold and whatnot, I got some more chalices and then these whips of dominance. Ayo. Seemingly, they would just let me ride hoglins, which unfortunately isn't that useful. I then researched the Rage Glove, which to my understanding would give me more attack damage and speed as I fight, but in exchange I would take more damage myself. I'd rather not take more damage though, so this would just go in the trophy room. Speaking of trophy room, after sorting through everything that I got in the Nether, I expanded it. And boom, all the new stuff is in place. I was missing a few lights and stuff, but I didn't really want to teleport with 47 levels, so it would have to wait. Day 70, it was time to fight the Wither. I grabbed my skulls and I headed to find a place to fight it safely. I picked out a spot on a hillside and I prepared for battle. Boom, boom. Here we go. What is that? Okay. Don't speak to me. Stop. Please stop. I can deflect skulls. Oh, you got smoked. Bro, the skulls get deflected by my talisman thingy. It's so loud. I can't hear myself speak. Bramble. Bro, I can't get up to him. There we go. All right, just get into phase 2 and you're dead. Okay, no, like 1 more hit now. Okay, like maybe like 1 more. No, wait, he was there for a second. Wait. Boom, phase 2. Now please, die, I beg you. Goodbye, bro. That was so loud. I still had no idea what that guy in my head was yapping about, but I got my nether star, so who cares? Back home, I combined the nether star with some cards to craft the card switcher. And then I had to try it out. Basically, this would automatically swap between cards while active, and then I can pause it and start throwing the color that it's paused on using the blank cards in my inventory as ammo. These cards were also completely different from the ones that I can craft, like the Bramble and Earth cards. They were a little more basic. They can do things like give levitation and glowing, poison, wither, and then there's one that just explodes. I tested them out on this crazy looking knight that attacked me, and the levitation one was very useful. But that knight hit me and it gave me an effect called Cursed Mark. In some mods, there are potion effects that will just instantly kill you whenever they run out, and I was terrified that it would happen, so I ran around looking for a cow. I found one, drank milk, and then got jumped by some ghosts. Fortunately, that seemed to be all the effect did, but it definitely could have been way worse. Anyways, the card switcher was very cool. It gave me way more options in combat without taking away from my Bramble or my Earth cards, so I was a big fan. Day 71, I also made some flame cards because I now had so much blaze powder, giving me even more options. Next, my goal was to finally create my dream zoo full of magical mobs. I figured to build the enclosures, I would probably want Silk Touch for things like grass. So I enchanted the purple pickaxe from that magic dimension. I literally got Silk Touch on my first enchantment too. Then I used the Horizonite that I got from that dimension to create an auto smelt shovel so I could easily gather glass, and then I enchanted it with Unbreaking 3. Next, I made a purple shovel so I can easily get materials that I don't want to auto smelt, and I enchanted it with Efficiency 4. Finally, I made an emerald hammer, which is a thing that I can do, apparently, and I got Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3. I dug out a little entrance that was going to lead to my zoo, and now I wanted to go get materials. So yeah, starting on day 72, I got a ton of materials that I would need for the build. After 3 days, I finally had the materials for the first exhibit. It was going to be one of the biggest ones, and I also gathered way more materials than I would actually need, so fortunately the other ones will not take nearly as long. Now that the materials are gathered, I got to building the first part of my magic zoo. And there we go. This is the first room of my magic zoo. There's nothing in it yet. I'm gonna go get those in a second. It's a farm. And that's supposed to be a barn, but it looks bad. Now on this side, I'm gonna do, I think, blue skies, that dimension I was in. I'm gonna do the magic dimension. That's gonna be fun. And then I'm gonna make it go more that way. I'm on day 78. This is gonna be tough. So I'm gonna do it with the mobs like right now. I already have a flint chicken for that room, and now I'm gonna need my darts, gun, and crates, okay? And now I'm gonna go get some more farm animals that are magic for that room. Hello, apple cows. These cows are immune to my darts. It's fine, I have another solution. A mob catcher. It only works on passive mobs, and it costs 4 diamonds, but it'll have to do. Attempt 2, this apple cow. Huh? Oh, you have to punch it. Nice. All right, and boom, a doorway that I can get in and mobs can't, and I can now put them in here. Cow number 1. Let's get some more mobs. All right, golden apple cow. Oh yeah, these birds. Haha, the crates work. Okay, the axolotl bucket's here. Oh, axolotl bucket is gonna go near this little pond over here. It's gonna be chilling. It loves that. We have a flint chicken that will make flint. But this guy might despawn. I know the chickens won't, but this guy might despawn. I need a name tag. This guy's name is gonna be Bucketto, a bright steel alloy, and a swim speed necklace. Okay. This alloy I think I need for weapons. Yeah, I can make some really cool weapons with this. Sick. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. That's good. Oh, look at that. Okay, cake, cow. So I can grab him in this. That's fine. Okay, new chicken kind. Leaf chicken. Got him. Leaf chicken. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lightning dragon. Holy. Yeah, enjoy that building, brother. Oh my god. I thought lightning dragons were nocturnal. I did. I genuinely. I thought. Teleport. Ender pearl. Go. I'm good. He's over. Okay. Is there a fire dragon over there? What is that? Okay, I think the dragon has given up on me. Oh my god! What? Okay. Oh, a rooster. I don't think you're magic, but you're pretty cool. Sand chicken. Rainbow sheep. There we go. Oh, it's another sheep. Electrical magic sheep. Can you just by chance go in the crate? Oh, the electric one can. Rainbow sheep. And there we go. The energy sheep and the rainbow sheep. I'm gonna put Bucketto in here and then close the fence. I think he might hurt my other animals. No, you gotta stay. And there we go. Everyone is in, I think. The farm zoo exhibit is done. We got all these magic sheep and cows and chickens that lay sand and logs, and then there's this dinosaur. I don't know why he exists, but he's pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I gotta figure out what I'm doing next. With the farm-themed zoo done, I wanted to move on to the next one immediately, Blue Skies. That's the mod that the Magic Dimension comes from, by the way. Immediately, I went there and I grabbed any material that I thought I might need. And this time, I caught the mobs while I was doing this to save time. Once I had everything I thought I might need, I went back and I built the next part of my zoo. Okay, and this is done. I like how it turned out. I like how the sky, I looked at the sky without shaders and it's supposed to be a little bit white. So I used these blocks. It's pretty cool. I kind of wanted to make like a parallel to this one, but I didn't want to build another farm, so I didn't do that. So it just looks like this now. This is, I think it's pretty nice. I think it's pretty nice. I have one of these like crystal trees. It was in the desert biome and I have a little deserty area. And then right here, I have another one, which is like a cave, from the cave from that dimension. I'm gonna put the hostile mobs in here and the passive mobs in here. And then this is my final slot that I'm gonna put these two nightmares in whenever I build that in like 5 minutes. But yeah, I just need to get the mobs in here now. I already caught them all. I'm just gonna go grab them, and I want to try something. Okay, the crystal camel. I just want to try something. I renamed this box to Alfredo. I put Alfredo down. It does name him. Oh, I don't have to make name tags. That's amazing. All right, Alfredo, you're the first one in the new spot. I'm going to name this one Spooky, okay? And then over here, we have Spooky the purple fox, okay? Okay, I've named all the passive ones, and now I'm out of levels. But that's okay, because I have a plan for that, kind of, sort of. I have Shrek, this giant frog that I found. He's pretty awesome. Beans, this cool lizard, that's Beans. Pizza, another lizard. Marinara, another crystal camel to go with Alfredo. Dr. Pepper, Noodles, another one. And then Fortnite, my snake. This is my snake named Fortnite. He's big chillin'. And then I have 4 hostile mobs, but I need levels first because those will definitely despawn. Where did the fox escape? The fox got out. Where did Spooky go? Did Spooky go to the Nether? This is the worst day of my life. Spooky? Spooky! Ah! No! Spooky! Spooky! Oh god, I fell. Oh, Spooky, don't fall in lava. No, 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 no. Okay, 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 back through. Oh, dude, Spooky could have just died. Boom. And there we go. Spooky is now chilling. That's my cool magic dimension zoo. And now I need levels. But this stable, or this zoo thing right here is going to be for the nightmares. I'm going to make a nether stable, which means I need nether bricks. So while I'm there, I'm just going to get nether quartz for XP, and I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, I have all my mobs and I named them. They're awesome. I'm scared to put those ones in. There's a little goblin man too. I don't know if they're gonna kill him. I'm gonna put these ones in first. Okay. Apple, the nightmare, chillin'. Watermelon, the other nightmare, chillin'. They're asleep right now. I'm gonna get out before they wake up. Okay. I don't want them to wake up and kill me because they would kill me. Well, they would try to. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh god. Okay. Cake, the weird little lava axolotl, and Pie, the other one. Oh, I put a bracket on your name. I'm sorry, brother. You didn't deserve that, but your name is Bracket Pie now. Enjoy your life. Goodbye. I have all these mobs. I need to take my thorns off. Will they kill me if I do that? Sure, I'm fine. Okay, Soup. This ant. Venom. This Venom spider, because it's like Venom and Spider-Man. Anyways. Ant-Man, because I named this one, and I'm like, well, Ant-Man, because it's an ant. Anyways. And then another Venom spider cereal. Okay, get out, get out, get out. Oh, dude, this is actually, like, really fun. I have all these magic farm animals, a dinosaur bird that's right there, a cake cow, I got chickens that lay, like, well, that one laid an egg. I don't know where that came from. I have all these magical farm animals, the axolotl that escaped its place for some reason. I have all this magic dimension stuff, these cool animals, these lizards, these camels, that guy. I have my fox in here somewhere, my snake named yeah, there's Fortnite back there. There's Spooky. Then I got my little salamander guys. I got my cool horses, and then oh, they're gonna kill themselves. Fall damage, right? Yeah. Alright, I had my fun, I made my zoo, but now I really had to focus. Just over 10 days left until day 100, and I still really didn't feel strong enough to fight the pyramid in the desert. Which I wanted to do on day 100, by the way. I'm not really sure if I mentioned that. I had a plan to get strong enough by day 100, though. I had a new weapon that I wanted to get, new armor that I wanted to craft, and then if I can go to the end and defeat the Ender Dragon, I can get enough experience to enchant my gear and be ready for the final battle. Let's start with the weapons. And yes, there are two. Two very powerful magic swords, one of which gets stronger when the other one is in my offhand. The crafting for them was a little bit complicated, but first and foremost I would need 18 diamonds and 3 netherite ingots. Right now, though, I only had 11 diamonds and enough stuff for 2 netherite ingots. So without hesitation, I went to the nether and I started mining with my emerald hammer. I didn't even remember to use that orb that I got that would delete all the netherrack in my inventory. I was just so focused on getting this as soon as possible. And because the hammer is so overpowered, I got way more netherite than I would ever need in only a few minutes. I placed a waystone and went home, and now it was diamond time. I dug straight down and I mined with the hammer. Once again, didn't really take long. The hammer clears so much area that it makes mining insanely easy. And now I only had one more material that I really needed, and that was amethyst. I had that forest, but I needed amethyst shards, not blocks. And the shards in that biome were all completely fresh and wouldn't work. I had to just find a geode, so I explored all these crazy looking caves to find one. While looking, I killed the mimic and got a new artifact to increase my attack speed, which is pretty sweet. Also turns out there are geodes in this mod pack that are not amethyst. Didn't realize that. Kind of unlucky. On day 91, I finally found an amethyst geode with one fully grown cluster. I got 4 shards and I needed 24 just for my weapons, so I had to keep looking. Right next to that geode though, I killed another mimic for a fire gauntlet, letting my melee hits deal fire damage. I already had fire aspect on the ender pearl sword, but the new swords probably wouldn't get that, so this was great. I managed to find another amethyst geode in that same cave and I got up to 16 shards. I only needed 8 more, and while looking for another geode, I'd found, well, another geode. But this one had these blue crystals, and upon breaking one, turns out this is a diamond geode. Not only that, but the buds could be picked up with silk touch, meaning if I found this earlier, I could have had infinite diamonds for free. It's way too late in the 100 days now, but that was still insane. Since I found 2 amethyst geodes in the same cave, I just went back and forth between the 2 of them, and one round trip got me up to 36 shards. I mined a few ender pearl ores that I found in this cave too, and then I placed a waystone and I warped home. Day 92, I started smelting my ancient debris, and then I went to get a bit of glowstone. It was needed for the weapon crafts, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough. I gathered all the materials in my inventory, and I got to making these weapons. First things first, I combined some glowstone and gold and stuff and made this raw bright steel. I smelted this into bright steel alloys, which I needed for weapons. Then I crafted some magic gemstones using amethyst and diamond and made an arcane apparatus. This thing let me break down netherite and bright steel into essence, and now I could finally use the unattuned cores that I got at the start of the 100 days. I made a dark core and then a divine ruby. One diamond sword later, I combined what I made to create Castor. This was a magic sword that can give armor penetrating damage over time effects to anything that I hit. But there are 2 weapons, so it does not end here. I made another divine ruby, 2 light cores, an arcane bright steel block, and I combined it all to make Pollux. I now had, as the game puts it, the dual celestial daggers. Castor could do the damage over time effects, and then Pollux would be stronger and faster while Castor was in my offhand. So I basically had 1 dagger to inflict status, and then another one to do my main damage. I had 33 levels from mining, so I enchanted. Castor got Smite 4 and Fire Aspect 2, which was actually fine with me. If its main purpose was the damage over time anyways, Fire Aspect 2 would just make that even better. And it didn't really need sharpness. But Pollux did. With level 30, I got Sharpness 3, and then using some books, I got it up to Sharpness 4 and Looting 2. Then, before going to my next objective, I used some amethyst that I had left over to make a warp stone. This item would allow me to warp to any of my waystones from anywhere in the world without even needing levels. It just had a 5-minute cooldown. Kinda wish that I made it sooner, but whatever. Okay, now day 93, my offensive abilities were incredibly strong, but my defensive ones were not. I could fight most things easily, but the boss of that giant pyramid would probably still kill me. I had an armor set that I wanted, but to get it, I would need Totems of Undying. Fortunately, I happened to find a woodland mansion right next to where I spawned. I warped to my starter base, ran to the mansion, and I'm not even gonna pretend that it was difficult. My new daggers shredded the Vindicators and Evokers, and I got 4 totems without issue. Back home, I realized that I needed more emeralds. I had that Hero of the Village tarot card, so I just did some quick trading to get the rest. Now it was time to use the diamond armor I had been saving for so long. I combined it with emerald blocks and 3 totems of undying to create the full evoker armor set. This armor gave me speed 2 and it looked perfect for the whole magician thing. After swapping the band on my hat to gold, I now really looked the part. Despite being as strong as netherite though, the durability wasn't the best. I was saving these XP books that I got in the nether for an emergency, but using them only got me to level 30. With this, I was able to get Unbreaking 3 and Protection 3 on my helmet, but I would need much more XP to be able to use this set. Which is where the next step in my plan comes in, the end. I know it's kinda late to be going there, but if I can kill the dragon, I can get more than enough to enchant my armor. And with any extra time, I could maybe find some cool relics that are exclusive to the end. Once I made my eyes, I just started following them. And upon reaching where the eyes led me, I had no FPS. I don't know what it was, but digging down to the stronghold was incredibly laggy. It didn't get better in the stronghold either. Don't get me wrong, this place looks incredible, it just was not worth the price. The library was mostly lag-free, so I looted what I could. I didn't find any useful enchantments, but they had their own artifacts that I decided to steal from my trophy room. An ancient dart, an ancient fruit, and I also stole a banner. In another room, I got a Protection 3 book, a God Apple, and an Enderman head. The God Apple would hopefully not need to be used, but if I had to, I could. To be honest, this is the coolest stronghold I've ever been in. It combined all these different mods to create a bunch of cool rooms like farming rooms, supply rooms, this room that gave me tons of diamonds and stuff for some reason. The only downside is, of course, the lag. And I have a 4090, so I have no idea what a lower end PC does here. By the time that I got to what I assumed was the main room, the lag was pretty much gone. And this place looked incredible. There were spawners all over it for magic mobs that I had never seen. Like this illager that foolishly tried to kill me with gravity. He didn't realize that I'm built different though. His magic does nothing to me. Oh, also, turns out this massive cult room has nothing to do with the portal room at all. Eventually, I made my way back to the first big room and realized that it had a gigantic dragon banner on the one doorway that I didn't check. I went in, broke some stuff, and actually found a secret door. It actually probably had some way to open it, but breaking it also opens it. There was a ladder that led me to a maze. It was full of annoying spikes, these blue fire ghost things that actually dealt damage to me, and of course a ton of loot that at this point I didn't need, so I took nothing. I eventually found a sign that said exit, and after going down the ladder, I see a giant wall with an eye on it. I pressed a button, which didn't work, so I went in my own way. And on the other side, there were these crazy mutated Endermen that were once again actually damaging me with this constant spam of magic missiles. I took them out, broke the spawners, and this was in fact the portal room. I made my last eyes and I placed them in the frame.
The doorstep of the end. Single step now separates you from it.
With those wise words from the guy in my head, I went in. The end was different. There were all types of new mobs, corrupted Endermen, ghosts, blazes, it was bizarre. But what there was not was a dragon. Instead, there was a church with a bell constantly ringing. I went up to it and it began summoning. All the spires on the outer ring cracked and bent inwards, and after they were all done, the dragon spawned. My cards didn't do anything against the end crystals, so I had to teleport around and break them by hand. With those down, the fight became mostly vanilla. Outside of the blazes shooting me and the corrupted Enderman attacking me, that is. The dragon, just like in every other video, was immune to my magic, so I had to fight it melee. I was able to sit on top of the church and just hit it with my sword whenever it perched. Though it was also immune to the damage over time from my castor, apparently. Regardless, before long, the Ender Dragon was defeated. I gathered all the XP, and then after a very frustrating time dealing with these cloning guys, because yes, they spawn everywhere here too, I placed my waystone and went home. I instantly got to work enchanting the Evoker armor. It took most of my levels, but I got in Breaking 3 and Protection 3 or 4 on every piece. I also enchanted my hat to match. I'd give my old armor a proper send-off and expand the trophy room later, but for now I needed to explore the end. There were only a few days left, and I wanted to at least find a couple structures in the end to get artifacts from. I warped back, went to the outer end, and I immediately regretted it. Why? Why? What's happening? Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, I'll square up right now. On God, I'll do it. You ain't beating me. You can't beat me. Oh, that's the cloning creeper guy. I don't like that guy. I don't know what you are. You're like a spitter from Left 4 Dead. You're nasty. What is an Ender? Is that a boss fight? Nah. Save me. There's spawners up there. Aw, jeez. Okay. Once I was able to collect my thoughts and get to the structure that I saw in the sky, I immediately got insane loot. An artifact that increases my max HP, a new spell stone, an XP increasing tarot card, just all kinds of loot. The health one would unfortunately replace my antidote vessel, but it was surely worth it, right? After putting the tarot card in, I looked at my new spell stone, the Eye of Nebula. This would let me teleport behind my target and deal bonus damage to them, and that would teleport me away from danger. It also increased my magic damage and let me resist magic, which actually wasn't as useful as it sounded, I don't think. I would lose my double jump if I equipped this, but it sounded really good for dungeons like the Desert Pyramid. For now though, I just stuck with the fall damage one and I got to exploring. And then I found a structure. Quite the structure, actually. It was another boss dungeon from the same mod as the Desert Pyramid, a ruined citadel. I had done this one before, so I was a little bit more comfortable going in, and it was the perfect chance to test out my gear and get some last minute magic weapons too. So yeah, I went in. We're doing it. Okay, hello. Oh, my slowness. Why am I slow? My bad, bro. Okay, you're a mini boss, but you can't even hurt me. Oh my gosh. Get smoked, my guy. Yeah, this is like a magic ability. Yeah, so now I can do magic damage, I'm pretty sure. 15% chance to deal double... Wait, this is awesome. A chance to just deal double damage? Yeah, I'll take that. Yep, that's the hatch. Okay. Let me check these. Oh! We got stuff. Hold on. Oh, this is just full of art. This is insane. I got this inkwell. This thing just lets you like add lore to your items. I saw that in the thing in JEI. This will repair any item to full durability. Actually really good. Okay, what is this ring? You may learn about it on the research it says chorus inhibitor. Ender hand, sure. Elytra booster, sure. More XP book. And then these are ender pearls. Okay, cool. But while I'm here, I will try out this new spell stone. I will temporarily I'm terrified of fall damage. Now I'm gonna forget that I don't have this. Another golem. Let's try it. I'm behind you. You know, in hindsight, this is for more of a ranged build. Like you stab them in the back and then you run away with ender pearls and then you use your magic. I'll try it again. Fall damage, by the way. Okay, that's awful. I'm going back to my angel one. I didn't know it would teleport me under the floor. That's not helpful. We're gonna go back into the maze now. Oh, this is the boss I got teleported away from. Get smoked, buddy. Another void core? All right. Now this is a real boss fight. Ah! This is an actual boss. Right. Okay, I can't. Oh, I can't use my sword when I'm in that mode. What happened to me? Nice magic damage, brother. Okay, I got that too. Okay, I do a lot of damage. I just got a double damage hit. You know, I don't know why I didn't think you'd be able to teleport. I fought you before, and I just don't remember anything about you. Have HP, phase 2. Oh, you're a shulker. I remember this. He's like one hit away. Ugh, I can do that too. Mine's cooler than yours. It's not. All right, one final hit. Goodbye. You're not dead yet. Goodbye. Hey, yeah. Look what I got. I got this gauntlet. Look at my arm. My arm is crazy looking right now. It's so big. I want to test the gauntlet, but everything here is scary. I'm gonna go home. It's day 98. I gotta go home. Day 99, I definitely felt confident in my gear. I fought a boss from the same mod and barely even took damage. I was absolutely ready. I tested my new gauntlet on some dogs that I found, and it literally just pulls the entity to you. And when they're hostile, they will hit you. So I would just keep that one as a trophy. I was gonna put that and everything else in the trophy room whenever I finish this final dungeon. First though, I had to research the new relics. The chorus fruit thing wasn't really that useful because I didn't gather chorus fruit, but this ender hand, I was able to use the ability to swap positions with any mob that I looked at. That had all types of ways that it could be useful, and I was absolutely bringing that to the fight. The Elytra booster was just a reusable firework, and I didn't have an Elytra, so not useful. Okay, now my armor was strong, my weapons were powerful, and my abilities were endless. I headed back to the desert, slept to day 100, and I readied myself for the final battle. Okay, we're back at this pyramid that I got chased off from before because I was too scared to fight a Cataclysm boss back then. I think I'm ready now. All right, it's day 100, right? Yeah, day 100, okay. Let's go. Oh, I one-shot these guys now. What's good? Oh, I didn't one-shot that guy. Okay. If they give me kopeshes, I don't really want these. But thank you. Actually, I'll take one. I'll get another. All right, I have my night vision. I have my Gorgon head too. I haven't had to use it yet, but I'm not gonna be surprised if I have to soon. Look at this guy. Look at that dinosaur. Okay. Ah! Deleted. Oh, nah. What was that? What was that? No. No, that actually really nerfs me whenever that goes away. I get nerfed and I get slowness because I'm holding the sword without the partner. No, why did they do that? Cobolaton. Is there a way I can make that not happen? Cobolaton. Look at that. Yeah. Rabbit hide, leather, slime ball. Bruh. Where am I gonna get slime balls? On day 100. Maybe from this chest. Give me slime balls. Yeah, I don't need this yet or anymore. It's day 100. You're not getting my sword. You're not getting my sword. You got my sword. You got my sword. You got my sword. That's messed up. That looks like final boss, like summoning altar. Or it's just a loot room. Honestly, it's probably just a loot room. Come here. Got him. Got him. It's not a trapped chest. Huh. Huh. New artifacts. Fortune 3 book. Don't need. Holy locket. I want to know what that does. Thorn pendant. I like my luck pendant. Holy locket. I want to research it, but I don't have a waystone. I don't have to come all the way back here. No. It's fine. I don't need it. I just want to know if it boosts damage to undead, because these guys are definitely undead. But I think I'm doing enough damage. I don't think that's the concern. What is going on here? I got some trophies. Are these like Patreon supporters? Or like the devs, maybe? You. I'm over here now. Pranked. I love that. That ability is so awesome. Ow. Ow. Aha! Now I'm in the water because I was on fire. L. But that was cool. Wait, that was tech. Actually, that shreds my durability. Never mind. That's not part of this mod. That's just a lizard. Okay. Pay no attention to the lizard. It has nothing to do with this mod at all. In fact, I'm gonna release him into the wild. Come here. I'm gonna release him into the wild. He's just a different guy. He's just here. Let's see if magic kills this guy. Not in one hit, but I just want to know how much the void core does. Alright, 2 casts will kill these guys. Hunger reduction? Sure. A new tarot card. Oh, it goes up even further. I thought it was going to go down. It's going up. Uh-oh. This feels like the boss room. Okay, good thing I'm immune to fall damage right now. That could have killed me. I have a moment to scout everything out. This is definitely an obelisk that's going to summon the boss somehow. There's a bunch of guys down there. Over here now, okay. Are they immune to wither? I should test that now before I fight the boss. Can I wither the skeleton guys? They're not immune to wither. Perfect. How about this? Bro, this thing's damage over time is nuts. Also, it's smite, and they're undead. Castor might be awesome here. I think that's the boss. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna kill all the small guys first, because they're just gonna steal my weapon and ruin my day. It's time to fight the wait. It's time to fight the boss. I'm stuck in this lily pad area. Here we go. What up, bro? Huh? Excuse me. You look quite boss-like. How do I start your fight? Where's the stuff that looks like it's involved with this guy? Necklace of the Desert. Well, how do I get that? I looked it up. I had to look it up. I need a brush. Copper and feather. Well, that's just great. I guess I can research this thing, though. What does this thing do? Redirects part of the regenerated health of nearby creatures to the wearer of the relic. Whoa! Most things don't regenerate, so that doesn't matter. Here we go. 2 brushes, just in case. Okay, I'm back. That wasn't even that hard. That was fast. Oh yeah, I'm gonna free this lizard now. Goodbye, lizard. Enjoy your... No, stay away from me, but enjoy your life. No, stay away from me. That dragon can stay away too. I have a brush. I need to find suspicious sand in the pyramid, I guess. I hope. Ow. This is the worst day of my life. Oh, sand. I found it. I'm on fire, but I did find some. First try? First try? Oh. That was first try. You can see it's missing one durability. Well, now it's full of... I guess you can't... That wasn't proof of anything. But that was first try. That was pretty sick. Okay. Operation get back to that guy. All right, here we go. I'm back in. I have these bouncy balls. I'm going to use those. That sounds fun. In case of an emergency, I have the Gorgon head. I have my Void of Rune for some magic damage. Here we go. The final battle starts now. Ancient Remnant. What up, brother? Yeah. Magic. Holy Jesus. I'm sorry, I screamed really loud. That scared me. That was a reaction of pure fear. Oh, you're loud. Go, bouncy ball. Those didn't do any damage. This thing does a million damage. I'm gonna die. Get me out. Get me out. I'm walking backwards. My controls are reversed. Okay, as long as I stay out of... Ah, you hit a bedrock wall, dum-dum. Ball is life. Okay, as long as I'm not in the way of his charges, I should be okay. I haven't damaged him at all because how am I going to get in on that? Well, he's definitely harder than the other guy was. He's already done damage to me. Alright, he has like an earthquake roar. He's super loud. Alright, he's in the corner. Get him. Magic. Got him. Ow! I'm stunned. I can't move. I'm stun locked in the corner. I can't even use my Ender Pearl sword. Get me out. Woo, woo. Okay, that stressed me out. I'm not gonna lie. Rambo card. Damage over time. Okay, I hit him with the damage over time. We're good. That is incredible damage, actually. But he is juggling me like a circus ball, dude. Like this one. The bouncy ball's pretty bad. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. Oh my jeez, that's... Dude, it's like a horror movie jump scare. I'm like not even ready for it. I have a card that I want to try here. Float, buddy. Float, buddy. Yo! Ow. Okay, you can still use your moves. Got it. Okay, I can't do anything when I'm stunned. Okay, I have him stunned in place. Right now, he's summoning more tornadoes. But right now, I have my floating in the sky and then Bramble. So no matter what, I'm going to be able to keep him in place. Bramble. Float. Insane damage. Huge. Teleport. Ender Pearl. Okay. He's so low. Bouncy ball for the dub. Didn't think so. Charge me. I have a plan. Charge me. Right now. Enjoy the corner, clown. That was actually really cool. He charged me and I swapped positions. Oh wait, your health be regenning. Die. Nah, I ain't doing that. Smite sword. Oh no. Float. Wait, that was sick. Ow. I need earth cards. Damage. I don't want my hat to break. I really don't. Earth cards do okay damage. Not to this guy though. Dude, look at that comparison. They did so much to that alchemist early on, but they don't to this guy. All right, swap sword. Die. Woo! Got him. GG's, Ancient Remnant, if that is your real name. Oh, we got some stuff. My armor is thrashed. All right, this is a belt slot. So that's where my heart goes. You know what I meant. Press V to turn into a sandstorm. I think V does something else. Hold on. And I can just become a sandstorm. I don't really know the implications of turning into a sandstorm, but that's sick. I'm a sandstorm. I'm a sandstorm. So first of all, yeah, some zombies. Okay, here we go. I'm a tornado. That does absolutely nothing for me. But seriously, what does being a tornado do for me? I expected something cool to happen. Oh, is it like flight? It's like hovering. You have like super... Oh! Yeah, you can like fly through the air. It's not an offensive thing, it's a utility. Yeah, I can fly. I can fly with this. That's incredible. Okay, and then this thing. Summon modern remnant can be tamed through brush. I could summon modern... Oh, you're cute! Be my friend. Oh my god. I got a real pet. Oh, that... I love you. I love everything about you. You're so cute. I'm gonna put you right here for now. I think it's about time I expand the trophy room. With my adorable new friend safely inside, I expanded the trophy hall, adding every new item that I had gotten recently. And finally, I put my main 2 armor sets at the end of the hall, each one wielding one of the celestial daggers. But I hadn't gotten to use the Gorgon head yet. There was one enemy throughout the entire 100 days that I fought a ton but was never able to actually beat. And now it was time to change that. I put on some old armor and I went to the Nether. And to cause even more problems, this loser goes through my portal instantly. Either way, I pulled out the Gorgon head and I turned him to stone. A stone pig statue for some reason, not really sure why. But either way, I grabbed it with Silk Touch, and because it didn't actually look like the mob, I put it on a pedestal. I had now accomplished everything I set out to do. I defeated powerful bosses, I had a zoo full of magical mobs, and of course I have this legendary treasure room full of rare artifacts. My 102-day journey as a magician was now complete.